Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, world, and welcome to what is it, 29?
29.
29 of Ball Don't Lie. I'm your host, as always, Jared, with my other host, Starkey. Starkey, what is today's word? I almost said world, but word.
Let's see. Today's word is friendship.
Okay, so I want you have to use friendship throughout the show now, Starkey.
Okay.
Okay, folks. Today, I don't know. I feel like I was ill prepared for this show, but the last two I was too prepared for, and I kind of sucked, in my opinion. So today we're going to be underprepared. See how that goes. We'll see if it's a better show or see if it's a worse show. Today we're going to start off with some college football news. The AP poll got released. Give you a little news into the college football world as it is. Then we're jumping into some NFL news. Hard Knocks is still going strong, and I love it. Um, Preseason, we just finished week one. We're about to start week two. A bunch of quarterback battles are still up in the air.
Yep.
And then we're going to do, it was a good day today. Oh, I forgot. It was a better weekend. Penny landed another recruit, folks.
Yes, he did.
We finalized the roster, but Penny may be working on one more player. And then we're going to jump into some NBA news. The Grizzlies schedule just got announced today, and me and Starkey got some quick hitters notes on it for y'all. Starkey, let's start off. AP poll got released.
Yep.
I'm not a fan. I get it. We were 19. But I mean, granted, I know the AP poll doesn't matter once, like, whenever, I think it's like week 9, or week 8, week 7, week 8, week 9, whenever the playoff bracket comes out. So I know it doesn't matter. But man, it was just so depressing to see, like, Notre Dame, a top 10 team,
Yeah, there's no
Texas
way.
A&M, a top 10 team. I think the one that pissed me off the most was Clemson being 4th.
Yeah.
So just to run through it real fast, just like some notable stuff. You had Bama at 1, Ohio State 2, Georgia 3, and I am perfectly content with those. I have no issues with Bama, Ohio State, Georgia in the top 3. Now, your next 3 kind of pissed me off here. You have Clemson at 4, Notre Dame at 5, A&M at 6. All 3 are overrated.
Yes. 100%.
Had no reason. Clemson's coming off of their worst season with Dabo. You still got DJ Ugalabea, who's ugly like his name is. They're down. They're not going to be good this year. It's the used year in the ACC. Notre Dame, you lost your head coach. You lost your starting quarterback. You lost other key players. You're putting a lot. No, just because you got a cupcake schedule. And here's the thing. Every year we rank Notre Dame high, and they always make the playoffs. What happens?
They always get smoked.
They get destroyed no matter who they play. If they play an SEC team or a Big Ten team in a bowl game, they end up getting destroyed. And I'm tired of it. Join a real conference.
Yes.
Then your next 3 teams are Utah at 7, Michigan at 8, Oklahoma at 9. I feel like Oklahoma at 9 is a little too high just because look at what your whole team transferred out. You lost your head coach. You lost your two starting quarterbacks are gone. So I think Oklahoma's a little too high there at 9. Utah, don't sleep on Utah.
Okay.
Your next 3 are Baylor, Oregon, and Oklahoma State. I love Baylor. We're Baylor fans in my household. My father and me love Baylor. Baylor's too overrated on this. You lost your starting quarterback who actually transferred to South Florida.
Yeah, still don't know about that one.
Who took you to the Sugar Bowl and won you the Sugar Bowl. Granted, he missed 3 or 4 games with a leg injury, and Gary Buchanan and the quarterback they have now fits that David Arnauta system a little bit better. So I just think it's a reach there. And then you got Oklahoma State at 12. Okay. A lot of people are high on North Carolina State, NC State. I'm not.
No.
I think it's because they have that. I can't think of the kid's name. they have that quarterback there who a lot of people are giving him day 2 vibes in the NFL draft.
Let's see.
You look up his name, and then you got USC. I think USC is underrated in this. You got Lincoln Riley there. You got Caleb Williams, and you got Jordan Addison.
So right now, the
100%.
quarterback at NC State is Devin O'Leary.
Yes, I knew it was. I thought it was. I knew it was either O'Leary or Leary. But yeah, a lot of people are really high on him. I'm not. But what do I know? I don't get paid big bucks to do this. Your next ones are Michigan State. A little high on that. You lost your best player on the team. Kenneth Walker.
One of the best players in the country.
You're a run-oriented team. It's going to be very, very tough to replace him. Who's now playing for Seattle.
If anyone can do it, though, I think it'll be Mel Tucker.
I'm cheering for Mel Tucker. I'm cheering for Tucker. Then you got the U at 16, underrated Pittsburgh. This one makes no sense to me. Out of the top 3, Pittsburgh. I guess everyone's on the Kendall Slavis hype. I'm not.
No.
Like you lost your top 2 players. You lost Kenny Pickett, and you lost Jordan Addison. You mean Kendall Slavis is going to makes you a top 20 team? No. Like, I don't understand the AP poll right now. And then you got Wisconsin. Okay, I'll take Wisconsin. They're always a contender team. And then you get into the SEC teams stretch here. You get Arkansas at 19. I'm perfectly content with 19. Kentucky at 20. Ole Miss at 21. And then we got Wake Forest at 22. And they just got some breaking news. Still has not been released why, but Sam Hartman, my dark horse to win the Heisman, is now out indefinitely due to personal undisclosed reasons.
Missed that one.
Or medical reasons. Yeah, it was. I think that broke like right before. That broke on Sunday. And then you got Cincinnati at 23, Houston at 24, and BYU at 25. So, going to be a tough year. It's going to be a
I'll
fun
say this
year.
real quick, though. With Ole Miss at 21, I am super happy with that, but I was not expecting to be that high. I believe in the coaches poll, Ole Miss came in at 23. I was thinking that 23, 24 range was probably about right.
We were 22 in the coaches poll. Y'all were 20. Y'all were right behind us at 23. So, fun fact, you know how we talk about Ole Miss plays a cupcake schedule? Well, right now, Arkansas plays 5 teams ranked in the top 25. Just want you to know that, Starkey. And one of them is Cincinnati, week 1. And then we travel to BYU later on, middle of the SEC schedule. We got a Brigham Young. So I got a question for you. Oh, also, real fast for you, that Tennessee came at 26, and then Texas was at 27. A lot of people were shocked Tennessee was not in the top 25. You got Houston, who's the odds-on favorite, in my opinion, to win the AAC. I don't see Cincinnati rebound. You have to replace so much. I don't see them winning the AAC this year. But I have a question for you, Starkey. So there's been 3 times in the BCS and college football championships where the team to win the national championship has started off number 1 in the polls 3 times. Can you name me those 3 teams? One of them is going to be very.
I'm going to say Bama's one.
I'll give you one hint. Bama in 2017. So think of all the years Bama has won. They have not only one time they've won it being number 1 in the preseason.
I'm going to say Clemson.
Clemson was not.
Okay.
Those years they won, Bama was ranked number 1. You're going to have to go back to the early part of the century.
was one USC?
They're blue bloods.
Okay.
It was USC in 2004. The year after they tied Alabama, or not Alabama, they tied LSU in the BCS system. They technically shared that one. They ended up winning that one that year with Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, Mike Williams, everybody. Then this next one's going to be a little tougher. I'll give you that.
Yes, I
It
will.
will be a little tough. Would you like a hint?
Okay.
They beat
they played
Michael
Virginia
Vick
Tech.
in the national championship.
I am going to. Is it a blue blood? Okay.
It is a
I
blue blood.
am
Big
going
blue
to
blood.
go with. Was it Ohio State?
It was not
Florida
Ohio State. It was Florida State.
So looking at the AP poll, it doesn't mean no
Back in
good.
1999, they were not in the same. Florida State was in the Big East. Florida State was in the Big East before they joined ACC. So yeah, I don't agree with the AP polls just because I feel like they're honoring blue bloods too much. Like Notre Dame, Clemson, A&M. Jimbo Fisher is an overrated coach. I had lunch today with Billy. And Billy was like, we were talking about over-unders to take for the season. And I was like, do you agree? I said, do you agree with me? Jimbo Fisher's the highest paid coach, one of the highest paid coaches, just because he won one national championship with probably one of the most stacked teams in college football history. He said 100%. He agreed with me too. Jimbo has done nothing since. You mean you can't? He got top recruits at Florida State left and right. You were getting 5-star quarterbacks, and you were deemed the quarterback whisperer, and you can't win at Florida State again.
No,
and
you
haven't
money.
won so far at A&M with oil. Now you got oil money, so your NIL deals are going to be off the charts now. You have the deepest pockets in the country. If you can't win at A&M, Jimbo, you're one of the biggest coaching bust. I want to jump to one more segment before we move on from college football. I was listening to Jason John the other day on Tuesday, actually, yesterday, not that, yeah. They were talking about how this may be the last ride for Ryan Silverfield. My dad has been saying since we got Ryan Silverfield after the first year, we need to fire him. And I said, easy, Dad, easy. Let's let the man work. We've been so inconsistent. He's gotten lucky every year he's been there. He was originally the running game coordinator before, and this assistant head coach. Our run game has sucked since Norvell left.
Right.
And it's not like we haven't had talent. You've had talent. You just can't win with it. And now you're taking a true sophomore who honestly is going to be like a true freshman this year. Because you lost your top 2 offensive players. You lost Sean Dykes, who honestly I think is the most underrated Memphis Tiger player last year. And then you lost Mr. Do-It-All, Calvin Austin, who can turn a 5-yard slant into a 90-yard touchdown. So, I don't know. And Memphis is the team that literally, once they find a guy, they're going to that guy and nobody else. We've seen it with Anthony Miller. We've seen it with Darrell Henderson. We've seen it with Tony Pollard. And well, actually, no. Gibson didn't have much touches in college.
That's true.
Remember, Gibson in college was a wide receiver and kick returner. Gibson did not get much love. And out of our 3 running backs that year, out of that 3 running back class, he has had the best NFL career between him, Pollard, and Henderson.
Yeah.
Which sucks, as Henderson was the GOAT in college. Yeah. Pollard was a gadget, and Gibson just never played. But I don't know. And then I feel like my dad's been saying this. We need to get Norvell back. Here's the thing.
Not this year, no.
There's no way Florida State can fire him. There's no way. They're still paying off Willie Taggart $20 million. There is no way you can pay out Mike Norvell. Right now, Mike Norvell's buyout is looking. Or let me see his contract. Sorry, his contract is. It starts taking forever to load, folks.
Ooh.
His buyout is $24 million. Oh, I'm sorry. His buyout is 20.9. So if you fire Mike Norvell, you're paying two coaches $40 million just not to coach. Gosh,
Yeah.
wouldn't it be nice to get
It would.
fired from your job and get paid still?
Right, same.
Like I would thrive. I mean, granted, I love working and I don't want to get fired. But if I got fired and I was still making
That
$1 million a year, hey man, I'm not
right
complain.
on that Bobby Bonilla plan.
I want to complain making $500,000 a year.
100%.
Hey, Bobby, hey, I love that.
The greatest fleece in history.
The greatest contract in MLB history. So yeah, college football, we're literally getting down to the nitty-gritty. We're about 2 weeks away from it. I'm so excited from real football. I don't count week 0. Real football. I'll be at the first real game. It's going to be a late one, folks. 8 o'clock for me, so pray for me. It's going to be a late one. Penn State, Purdue. I don't know.
Read yesterday a little bit of a pop culture.
Yeah. I'm going with Purdue fans. So I might as well cheer for them.
You may run into a famous actress at Purdue. Millie Bobby Brown is starting college this fall at Purdue.
Who?
She's 11 in Stranger Things.
What was she in?
Main characters in Stranger Things.
I don't watch Stranger Things. I tried. I tried. I couldn't get into it. Like I watched I think I was talking to some girl in college. She was like, "Oh, will you please watch it?" I was like, "Gave it a try." I was like, "This is literally the stupidest thing I've ever watched." I just couldn't get into it. Like I sat there and watched 3 or 4 episodes, and I was like, I couldn't get into it. I was having more fun reading Twitter on my phone. Back when I used to tweet a lot. So hey, if you're into it, you're into it. Hey, cool for you guys. Next, let's get into NFL. We had week 1 of NFL preseason. I'm not in love with some stuff. Zach Wilson going down. Why? Here's the thing, folks. I get it. If you have your star franchise quarterback that you hope is your franchise quarterback, why are we playing our starters in week 1? I get it. We should every now and then, especially our young cats.
Right.
Justin Field played. Trevor Lawrence didn't even play week 1 in the Hall of Fame game. And then you got my boy Zach Wilson, who everybody held their breath for. Thought he tore his ACL. Luckily, it was just a small meniscus. They already scoped it. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. But man, you're risking a lot. And the Indianapolis Colts played their whole first string except for Jonathan Taylor. Guys, you're risking.
Oh,
I love preseason football because it's football, but you are risking so much playing these guys right now. We've seen guys go down.
I was super.
The Jets just lost their left tackle.
Coming out of college
to an ACL.
I was super hot on Kyle back then. I thought he was going to be a Joe Thomas type, multiple year left tackle of the future. Mm-hmm. I was super high on that guy, but he cannot stay healthy.
Another thing too that's funny about preseason week 1 is I've seen everyone comparing Malik
Not
Willis
even a whole
to the
game.
next Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick. After 1 game.
Yeah.
And you're playing against guys who probably won't even make the team. Makes no sense. So he's got a shot to. It'll be middle of the season if he makes a move to dethrone Tannehill, but I don't think he'll dethrone Tannehill this year. You're developing him.
Yeah.
However, we do have some breaking news though that happened this morning. Drew Lock has tested positive for
which
COVID,
those two have been going back
which
and
is
forth
opening the
all
door
camp,
for Mr.
all
Geno Smith to
summer so
secure that
far.
top spot.
A lot of people, depending on who you read, are saying that, some say Locke has had the better camp. Some say Geno's had the better camp. But yeah, with um, out being at least 5 days, um, the more reps that Geno can get, the better for him for sure.
So you got that going on. The other quarterback battles that I know we talked about was Pittsburgh. We forgot to mention Mason Rudolph is still in Pittsburgh, and he's not even being mentioned in the quarterback battle. So that kind of lets me know that he's probably going to get released because right now you very, very seldom. Sorry, not seldom. I don't know. I guess I'm making up words here with the. Seldom have carry 3 quarterbacks, especially someone who's making $5, $6, $7, $8 million a year. Granted, you got a rookie after Trubisky. You kind of don't want to throw a rookie out there every now and then, but if Trubisky goes down or he starts sucking, you're getting blown out. I don't want to risk him getting hurt, but man, I don't know. I totally forgot. I think Trubisky's going to win that one. Rudolph will get released, and I think Rudolph could end up on a practice squad somewhere. I don't know anybody that's going to take him. Because I thought he was going to be a gunslinger out of the league and like the Big Ben prodigy. Yeah. And he has not. He has sucked. He sucked before the helmet.
Yeah, go for it.
To the head. And then can I rant about my Cowboys real fast? Fire Mike McCarthy right now. You've led the NFL in penalties the last 2 years. Starkey,
I didn't even know the refs were paying that close attention in week 1 of the preseason.
17.
Undisciplined for sure.
Oh, dude, you got the stats, dude. It's terrible. Like they're one of the most unorganized teams I've seen. You drafted a kid. I forgot our guy's name, Smith from Tulsa, whose highlight reel on draft day from the Cowboys was like 10 holding penalties on his box. Yeah, watch it and you go, that's one hold. That's another hold. That's literally his highlight reel with nothing but holds. I'm like, oh, lovely.
I don't know.
Mike McCarthy.
I don't remember where it was, but I heard a lot of people saying that if McCarthy doesn't have just a super deep playoff run. Granted, do I think Dallas will win the division? Yes. But if Dallas doesn't have a super deep playoff run, it could be the end for Mike McCarthy. Name to keep your eye on for head coach, Sean Payton.
Well, you see, you think that. But before I get into that real fast, before it slips my brain, and then we got freaking Ben DiNucci. Ben DiNucci, who sucks. Should not. That's a Mike McCarthy quarterback right there. Guy cannot read an NFL defense. Like he literally, everyone's like, "Oh my God, he made an amazing throw in the third quarter." That guy literally just threw the ball up and just prayed his guy came down. He didn't even look at it. He just gripped it, threw, and prayed, and the ball was almost intercepted. So, and you got Cooper Rush. I liked Cooper Rush. He won us a game back in against Minnesota this year, but dude, he sucks. He's not our core. He's not our backup. If Dak goes down again, we are screwed. And yes, I said we, folks. I guess I'm gonna rock with him for this year. I know I said my fandom was on the line. I've spent too many heartbreaks cheering for this team. I might as well keep it going the rest of my life. But I just don't know. Like, it's like they're that bad. Actually, I think I had to look it up real fast, but I think Dan Quinn may be the next coach in waiting for Dallas.
Really?
There could be a reason why he did not take any coaching jobs because I think he had a lot of success. He took them to the Super Bowl. They blew the Super Bowl lead, but he's a great coach. He can build a defense. He's building one in Dallas slowly. I mean, Trevon Diggs is a hit or miss. He's definitely more of a miss than a hit. He's either coming down with the ball, or whoever the wide receiver is getting a touchdown.
Yeah.
But you've missed on so many.
You and I were talking about that the other day. And I made the comment that if
And we're sorry, folks. We had some technical difficulties there with Starkey's Wi-Fi. I'm going to try to edit this out.
My bad.
If I can, well, you get this part. But yeah, Trevon Diggs, big hit or miss for the Cowboys. He's either giving up a touchdown or an interception every time. He sucks. He's a bust.
Yeah.
And he's not a bust.
You and I were talking about
he's a bust, but he literally had the most interceptions, but gave up the most receiving yards in the NFL last year.
Yeah. You and I were talking about this a few days ago. If it wasn't for all of his pick sixes last year, he'd be on a practice squad somewhere.
I don't think he'd be on a practice squad. I mean, he was a second-round draft pick. You can't really. I mean, you could, but you got to give him a little time to develop the old TLC, time, label, and conditioning.
Yeah.
But and then the Cowboys just suck. It's going to be a long year. If they win the division, I will be shocked. I just don't know. Let's move on to Hard Knocks. I've been watching that. I wanted to say it before the show, but before we did it we had to push back a day for personal reasons of my own. But I love this season of Hard Knocks the most. I know you haven't watched the episode yet, but dude, it's so good. I think
I need to catch up on it.
The biggest reason why is because it's not a big team. They don't have any major stars on their team. They're coming off a 3-win season.
Yeah.
They are pissed off and they are embarrassed over last year. Their highest paid player, and most people is one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL, Jared Goff.
Yep. Can confirm.
Ouch. Hey, y'all thought y'all hit a home run. It was either him or Carson Wentz. So who's winning that one? Hey, remember for a while y'all looked like y'all won because y'all went to the Super Bowl with them, but then you lost.
Yeah, I still think we went to the Super Bowl in spite of it, not because of them.
Well, now you got Matthew Stafford.
That's Super Bowl champion Matthew Stafford, you sir.
I love Stafford. I'm glad he won it. But back to Hard Knocks, dude, it's so good. You're seeing Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson is going to be a beast in the NFL. I think he will be the next multi-defensive player of the year. He is that good. You watch him on it. Everybody loves him in that team facility. Granted, he's from Michigan. He played at Michigan. Kind of the destiny they got to play for his home state's team. And hearing him literally break during the rookie talent show, him singing Billie Jean was the best thing ever. When the whole conference room just started all busting out singing Billie Jean. I don't know the whole entire words, so I know. But seeing in type 58 or 80 grown men just yelling Billie Jean, singing it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, that was a great clip.
Last night's episode's actually good one. If you haven't watched it, I'm gonna spoil it a little. You see them get ready for their week one preseason game against Atlanta. They ended up losing, but dude, it's so good to see Deuce Staley. He's putting all the pressure on DeAndre Swift. 2nd round draft pick. Guy has all the potential.
Yeah.
To be one of the best running backs. He can catch. He can run. He's hard to tackle. He's a 3-down running back. He can pass block. He can do it all. It's just getting him to do the little things. Last night, it was him missing the running lanes. He would overshoot it. Wouldn't turn in. He would turn out. He would try to outrun people. NFL, it's very hard to outrun people. Unless you're Tyreek Hill, you're not going to outrun people.
No.
In college, you can. NFL, you cannot.
Right.
So you see Duke Stanley just getting into him in a meeting because he didn't stiff arm. He didn't try to do a juke. He just tried to outrun him and got pushed out of bounds. You hear Duke's like, dude, you can be the best back in this league if you wanted to. He goes, I'm going to get you to be that best back. He goes, and he's like, you are going to hate me. That's it. And like you just see, and then you see DeAndre Swift show flashes of it throughout the show. You're like, dude, I'm on board DeAndre Swift train. I have a chance in my leagues. I'm going to draft him. I shouldn't have told you that because I'm in a league with you, and it's taking forever to do round one. No offense to anybody that's probably not listening. I think the only one that really listens is Mitch and Matt. They drafted fast. But yeah, we're still waiting on other people in that draft. But yeah, dude, I think the Lions draft is the best one. And in future Hard Knocks, I say you pick bad teams. Pick teams coming off like terrible wins. Show them rebounding. You see Jamal Williams literally crying in a post practice speech about how embarrassed he was last year.
Yeah.
That got me ready to go find my old helmet and shoulder pads and go line up and go play some football. Like, this Lions team is hungry, and you got Dan Campbell who's going to bite some kneecaps. Like, I would have loved to play for a coach like Dan Campbell. I would run through a brick wall for Dan Campbell right now. And honestly, I'm a big Lions fan now, just watching 2 episodes. Like, I'm enjoying the pride. Even though they've never reached the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm joining the pride. And I hope, hey, my 7-win prediction, so I can keep my hair, is looking beautiful.
All right.
And you got Amon St. Brown. You got him literally pissed off because he was the 17th wide receiver drafted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he remembers every wide receiver and who drafted them before him. He uses that as motivation.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Did you also know his dad was a 2-time Mr. Universe? I did not know that.
I did not know that.
I did not. And his brother plays for Chicago.
I knew that.
His dad's his strength and conditioning coach, and then you got him 5'10". I think he's like maybe 6 foot. I think he's like pushing 5'10", 5'11" though, but he could be 6 foot. He's small, but if he's gonna ball, you got DJ Shark balling out. You got TJ Hawkinson who's gonna be a beast.
Which, real quick, I hope he's a beast because I draft that man every single year in fantasy, thinking this is gonna be the breakout year. This is gonna be the breakout year, and he never has.
He's been solid though. He's been a top 10 tight end.
Oh, he's been solid for sure, but I guess that's the curse you have when you play for Detroit.
Ouch. Sorry, Mitch. But also I learned something today.
Nothing below.
Did you know the head coach for the Falcons is Fred Smith's son, the CEO, founder of FedEx?
I did not know this until earlier today. A guy that I have a really good friendship with told me this.
I told Billy, I was like, dude, you're joking. And he's like, no, look it up. Google it. I said, Arthur Smith. I go to his Wikipedia page, go down to the bottom and said, father, Fred Smith, founder of FedEx. I said, what?
Yeah.
Like, that family doesn't need any more money.
Yeah. Which makes you wonder, just while we're on this kick for a second, what's Cannon doing besides being married to Collins Toohey?
Well, he got his life together.
Well, that's good.
He's no longer getting kicked out of Christian Brothers, playing at Olive Branch. He got his life together. Good for him. And he's no longer driving a further down Goodman Road at 2 o'clock in the morning. Good for you, Cannon. He's probably working at FedEx.
Probably.
It's some made-up position making good 6 figures.
That about tracks.
That's the life right there. Why couldn't my dad have found in like a global transportation industry like that, shipping industry? It's okay there, Dad. I forgive you. You gave me a great life. Would have been amazing though if you would have founded FedEx, UPS. I don't know. What's the? I would have taken what's the other one? DHL Express.
Yeah, DHL's the third one.
I would have taken DHL. It's okay, Dad. I love you and I forgive you. So yeah, NFL, man, I think, also, I'm going to go on a bold limb. Desmond Ridder will be the starting quarterback in Atlanta by week 6. I'm believing in it. I'm buying in the hype. Ritter will be the starting quarterback.
Do you know when Atlanta's bye week is?
I'd have to look that up real fast. But watching him play, he was actually making good reads against Detroit. He was making throws. He was showing kind of that little dual threat action he has. I'm looking. It's not till November.
Okay. So
It's right. It's November 17th is their bye week,
Okay.
whatever week of the season that is. I'm not counting.
I was going to say, if it was earlier,
So, but yeah, he'll be the starting
Yeah.
quarterback by midway of the season.
I agree.
100%. And Kyle Pitts will catch his first career touchdown.
which is still mind blowing to me that he didn't catch one at all last year. That blows my
I
mind.
know. Hey, I wonder if Calvin really splits the money with him and said, "Hey, man, I'm gonna take the under on you every game to not catch a touchdown," and like split the money.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him.
I love it. But okay, so let's jump into the pride and joy of the show, basketball. Before we do that, ad read. Folks, we've been saying it for 26 episodes now. Call Mitch. He was at my house on Sunday. Call him, folks. He's still waiting on his first customer from the show. I'm gonna say you get a 15% discount. I'm going out on a limb. Mitch, if I'm wrong, text me tomorrow. If I'm wrong, and I can retract it next week. But folks, you can use code BALDONLINE 2015. You get a 50% discount on your first home inspection with Mitchell. I learned a lesson: ask first, or do first, seek permission later. Or I know it's do first. It's do first, ask for forgiveness later. So, Mitch, if you don't do a discount like this, please forgive me. But folks, use him. We've been saying it for 26 weeks now. Use him. You'll love him. He'll make sure your home is safe before you buy it or you sell it. Realtors, he's a great guy to work with.
And
you will love it. I promise.
Big shout out to our guy. I saw on Facebook today. It's just him and his wife's 10-year anniversary. It's what it said on Facebook.
Mitch?
Unless I read it wrong.
No. It is not him and Aaron's 10-year anniversary. Mitch is younger than me. Which means Mitch and Aaron would have got married in.
Maybe they've been together for 10 years. Oh, well, I don't know. But
Negative.
Anyway, call Mitch.
The photo was from 10 years ago they took. You stalker.
Yeah, we're going to cut that part out.
Probably not, depending on how my editing skills are tonight. Depends on how my daughter is after this. But let's get into it. NBA news. We do have some Grizzly news. We signed a player to Exhibit 10 for the culture. Dakota Mathias signed an Exhibit 10 contract with the Grizzlies, which means another team cannot touch him while he's on that Exhibit 10 contract.
Which means our guy's going to be part of the hustle.
And which means, dude, the hustle's going to be so freaking good.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going in. You're going to have to come up to a game. I'm really contemplating buying season tickets. It's only going to cost me $100 for the entire season. But, dude, you're going to have Kenny Lofton, Kennedy Chandler, Vince Williams on it. And now you're adding a sharp shooter, Dakota Mathias. Gosh, this team is going to be so much fun to watch. I'm going to go on a limb right now. Memphis Hustle. 2023.
All right.
G League champions. Mic drop. For y'all to know, Dakota played at Purdue. Little ties there, but sharp. He's a sharp. When he wants to shoot it, he's lights out. And that's what the Grizzlies need. Hopefully, you can develop him, and he can come fill a couple spots for us every now and then when we need it. We had our schedule drop today. I don't know how I feel about it. I've glanced at it. I don't know if I love it. I'm kind of nervous. So, I know you did some research. You looked at it too. Some of the things that stick out, though, is luckily
Yes.
our longest road trip is only 5 games this year. However, our toughest road trip is going to be in January. We played the Lakers. We played the Suns. We play the Kings, which is a gimme there. Then we play Golden State, and then we play Minnesota.
All in the span
Gosh, that
of
road trip is going to
a
suck.
week. Yeah.
7 days. Yes, a week. Dude, you're hoping
I could
you're
easily
praying to
with
win
that
3
stretch.
games.
I could easily see that being 2-3. 3-2 is best case scenario.
You,
It is.
honestly, you can see it going 1-4.
Yeah, Sacramento
That's a
very well could be the
That's
only
a tough
downer
5-game
that
stretch
stretch.
right there. But on a bright side, though, Grizzlies have 18 games on national television this year. Franchise record. The league finally noticed that Memphis is legit. Love it. We got 9 games on ESPN, which is going to be about your Wednesday. It's going to be your Friday night games and Wednesday night game. You got 7 TNT games, which is either going to be Tuesdays or Thursdays.
Saturday primetime.
And you have 2 ABC games.
Or sometime Sunday primetime.
Saturday primetime or Sunday primetime. Saturday night, Sunday, you get your 2 games there. And also, one of those games is going to be the ESPN game is going to be on a Monday. It's going to be the MLK game against Phoenix. We're playing Golden State on Christmas. Here's the best part. I was worried that we were going to get the 9 o'clock game.
Yes.
We got the 5 o'clock slot. We got the 5 o'clock slot. At first, I thought they were going to give us the 7 or the 9. I was like, man, I just pray it's not the 9. I'm not going to want to stay up tonight till 11:30 after being up all day opening presents.
Yeah, I believe it says 5 o'clock tip off here,
so,
which means a 7 o'clock game. And
here's the thing: if any of my family members are listening, which I hope y'all are, supporting me, supporting Harper's college funds here, don't buy me Grizzly Christmas Day tickets unless they're down low. Because right now, you're going to be paying arm and a leg to buy the upper levels, and I could sit at my house on Christmas Day watching it. If you're going to buy me tickets for Christmas, I know I sound cheap and sound rude saying this, but
on Christmas Day,
Pinnacle or lower.
And
on Christmas Day, of course, that's going to be about $1,000 a ticket. But hey, folks, if you really want to get me a Christmas gift, drop it out.
No, it's away. It's away.
Oh, it's at Golden. I thought it was here. Oh, I misread it. Never mind then. I apologize. Then, folks, don't give me that for Christmas.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I'm kind of shocked.
Actually, our first meeting with them as well.
I don't want to say late in the season, but you get to that roughly halfway through the season. That's actually the first meeting with Golden State, that Christmas Day game. I was kind of shocked that's the first time we played them.
That's bad in my opinion. Because I'd rather go ahead and get Golden State out of the way. There are certain teams, like I'd rather get Golden State out of the way. I'd rather get Minnesota out of the way. And I'd rather get those are the Phoenix. I'm fine with Phoenix. And that's bad because like Phoenix, I'm not afraid of them. Just Minnesota.
Well, the good thing about playing Golden State not until Christmas is that prayerfully by then we'll have Jaren back.
100%. So getting into that, I kind of got a blessing here. Honestly, if you want my honest opinion going over the schedule,
yes,
I think you agree with me on this. November is our easiest schedule time of month. You can't count October because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have about 8 games in October, and that's the end of October. You can't really count that as a month, but your easiest month is going to be November. You got at Portland. That's a win. Charlotte. Win. Washington. Win. Boston. L.
Because it's at
San Antonio. Win. Minnesota. I'm going to go win. Wizards again. You literally do your whole Wizard series in November.
Yeah, that's the toss-up.
Win New Orleans. New Orleans could be sneaky good this year. I don't know. I'll go win there. OKC win. Brooklyn, I'm gonna go L on that one. Sacramento win. New Orleans, I'll go loss. Split that one. New York, you ended their series against them. That's a win. And then you end the month playing Minnesota again. I say you split that and go win. So loss. You're looking at maybe 3 or 4 losses out of like 12 games. Going 10-2, 10-8. Or there's how many games? But that's going to be your easiest month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You got 14 games there.
Yeah.
You can do 10-4, which I think you easily can. You go split the Minnesota series, split the New Orleans series, if anything, because who knows what Zion's going to be like. Yeah. And then I think you'll lose to Brooklyn. You can split that, and you'll be fine. The hardest month is going to be the shortest month of the year. That's going to be February. Portland. That's a win. Cleveland. Cleveland's going to be tough, man. People don't be sleeping on Cleveland. By the way, Colin Sexton's still unsigned. Someone signed him.
He does want the bag, but he's a restricted free agent. So
he wants the bag.
I think a lot of teams are hesitant to sign him, especially teams that really, really want him, because Cleveland could just very easily just match it. Yeah.
He wants, I think I read he wants over $80 million, which he deserves. No. The guy's a baller. I would love him as our 6th man, dude. That'd be so amazing. But we can't afford him.
Yeah.
If you would say take a 1-year mid-level exception, dude, the Grizzlies would be so
sign and trade, maybe?
Because granted, he's only 6'2", but dude, he's a dog.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Dude, we don't have enough people to trade.
Yeah, that's true.
Our roster's already halfway unproven as it is. So February, you got picking up Cleveland. You got Toronto at home, Chicago at home, Minnesota at home, and then you got at Boston, Utah. That's going to be a win. At Philly, Denver, and you ended against the Lakers. And folks, the Lakers only have 1 visit at Memphis this year. So February is going to be a tough month. But luckily, like you said earlier, I know you told me before when we were doing a little rundown real fast before the show, it's a blessing that you have your easiest month without your best player.
Yeah.
Or not your best player, but your best. I mean, he is your best defensive player, but without one of your top 3 players, it's the best thing. You don't have him for that first month and a half. Goes by, get to 25, 30 wins, and then you bring Jaren on.
Yeah.
Folks, if Jaren's not there in December, I'm worried about the playoff run. Because the West is going to be stacked this year more than last year. And right now, I always look at the last 5 games of the season. Because honestly, those last 5 games always kind of help you dictate if you want to move up, if you want to move down in the seedings, how much ground you got to cover. The last 5 games are at Chicago. It's going to be tough. Portland, at New Orleans, at Milwaukee, at OKC. And if you really want to go to the last 10 games, ones before that are Houston, at Atlanta, Orlando, and you got Clippers back-to-back at home, a home series. Your last 10 games are going to be tough. And you want to win as much as possible. That way you can rest a little, coast a little. Here's the thing, Milwaukee, Giannis will not be playing that last game against Memphis. New Orleans, if they're in the hunt or they're already locked in a playoff spot or a play-in game, they're not going to be playing Zion. So you got to be playing hard and praying that Jaren comes back by Christmas. But on a bright side, we do have our longest homestead is in December, so that helps too, a little, but not much. I found some more metrics on it real fast. So we played 57 games before the All-Star game, 29 are at home, 28 are away. Post All-Star game, you have 12 games home and 13 away. We play 24 games on back-to-backs. Our longest homestand is 11 days, 5 games in 11 days. To end the season, you play 25 games in the last 46 days, which gives you rest before it gives you about an average maybe day and a half off.
Yeah.
For each game. And then March is going to be a tough month because you have 17 games in March. 9 are home. So I kind of want to give you, what are your thoughts?
I think, and I'll repeat what I heard today. I'm looking at the MLK game against Phoenix as the point where after that, that's where the season for the Grizz is either made or broken. Because up until that point, like we said, you start. I'm going to err on the side of caution here a little bit and say I'm praying it's before then, but I'm just to be cautious. Just say Jaren doesn't come back until Christmas. Yeah.
I think you're lucky if Jaren's back on Christmas. The one thing I've
No,
learned with
absolutely
this,
not. And that's why
one thing I've learned with this franchise is they are in no rush to rush a player back from an injury. The Grizzlies are not in win. They are not in win now mode. They believe in solely just, hey, we're in it for the long run. We're not in for right now. That's why they haven't made a massive trade to get a Kevin Durant or somebody like that, or a Kyle Kuzma, who I would still love to see as a Grizzly. Here's the thing: you're still looking for that stretch 4 to fill in the Jaren role. It is not BC. Santi is not the answer. Larivia did not show you that in Summer League that he's ready to start NBA minutes. You have to ease him into it. I still think you will see a Grizzly trade before the season starts, or at some point early in the season. I don't know for who. I do think you are going to keep Dylan for this year, or keep Dylan till the NBA trade. Dylan will be on the team till the end of February. He'll be there before the trade deadline, and then I think you'll ride. If you're winning, you'll ride him out. But if you're struggling a little, I think the Grizzlies may say, "Hey, let's try to capitalize off them a little and build on for next year." Honestly, you know what they could do, and I've been thinking about this. Ja, Bane.
Who is the 4?
Zaire.
Okay.
DB at the 4. Dylan Brooke, DB.
Oh, yeah.
And you go Steven Adams at the 5. And granted, you're playing super small ball there.
Yep.
But Dylan Brooks did show he can guard 7-footers like he did Cat.
He may not have any options, especially since.
So, I mean, you could.
Everyone
that's a wild thing, but I don't know who else you put the 4.
The wing of the future. He's going to need as many minutes and as many starts to get him continually, seasoned and everything like that. If he is going to be the 3 moving forward, like we all expect him to be, like what we drafted him to be.
He showed flashes of it last year, and granted, like I said a couple weeks ago on the show, he didn't dominate Summer League that we all thought he was going to do. But you're literally banking on it. So ESPN Plus did something. They did a little Western Conference predicted standings. They have Golden State.
Yeah, you said
right now finishing first in the West at 56-26. They have they had Phoenix. I think I said Golden State. Did I? Oh, it's Phoenix. Sorry, it's Phoenix 56-26. Then they have Golden State winning 55 games. Denver winning 53. Memphis winning 51 games. And then you have the Clippers winning 50 and Dallas winning 49 games. So that'd be back-to-back years Memphis winning the Southwest Division. And then the play-in group would be the Timberwolves, the Pelicans, the Lakers, and the Trailblazers. Which honestly, the play-in group's very spot on.
100%. Yeah. I think it would be
But that would
great
leave you
for
a
the city
first-round matchup
to get that old school
the
rivalry
Clippers,
back,
which
even
scares
though
me.
it's nowhere near what it used to be. Whoop that clip
Because
100%. But there's not a team I want to play in the playoffs. I'm sorry?
whoop that clip.
Yep.
But you got Kawhi maybe being back. Yeah, you got Kawhi maybe being back. You got Paul George, John Wall, if he can be a shell of himself. Who I don't know. We'll talk about this later, but when it comes to it,
Okay.
that's going to conclude our NBA segment. Starkey, before the
No, you
show,
did
I
not.
gave you a off the wall thing.
Okay.
It's a bench one, cut one, start one.
Okay.
I didn't tell you the topic or the categories. Ole Miss starting quarterbacks.
Okay.
No, scratch that. Scratch that. Scratch that.
Okay.
We're going to do wide receiver. No, we're doing quarterbacks. We're doing Chad Kelly,
I knew you were going to do that
Matt
to me.
Corral, Eli Manning. Well, I almost said Jevin Sneed, but we can't bash the
No.
RIP Jevin Sneed. But you're basing this just off college success.
Swag Kelly.
Starkey, do you need time to think? Who are you benching?
Matt Corral.
Who are you cutting?
I'm starting Eli.
No! Swag was okay. Who are you benching?
I love Chad. Don't get me wrong.
You're starting
He
Eli.
led us to the
Why are you
the Sugar
benching
Bowl,
Chad or cutting Chad?
some of the greatest years in recent memory for Ole Miss, without question. He did beat Bama, but I think you have to go
He beat Bama.
with Chad comes. I'll use the great Marvel quote for Spider-Man: "With great power comes great responsibility," and the man is an absolute head case. Yeah, but
Well,
you
you're
have to
basing
think
this just
about
off success, though, not off the field
success on
stuff.
the field too. Eli, number 1 overall draft pick, Heisman finalist. Matt Corral led Ole Miss to undefeated season at home, the second 10-win season in school history. He didn't win the Sugar Bowl. Oh, he got hurt. There's a big caveat, a big asterisk with that.
Yeah, but he didn't win the Sugar Bowl. How many bowl games did he win?
Let's see.
I think one, maybe. I don't think he won any. What bowl game were you all in last year?
I got.
I'll look up Chad.
Yes, I did.
You know I didn't do much with y'all.
Yeah. So.
Speaking of Chad, did you know Chad's playing in the CFL?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so.
So Chad won
3 years.
Chad won the Sugar Bowl, and then his last year, that was the year he got hurt.
In 2016 was the Sugar Bowl against Oklahoma State. That was swag. In 2001 was the Outback Bowl against Indiana. Ole Miss won 26-20. And then the Sugar Bowl was the 21-7 loss against Baylor.
Oh yeah, y'all won that one. Eli took y'all to the Independence Bowl. Won. He won the Cotton Bowl. And yeah, he only won 2 bowl games with y'all. But hey, I won't judge you. I would have taken Chad as my starting quarterback because Chad was a gunslinger. I didn't like him. He smelled. I had a class next to him. He was terrible. He smelled terrible. But yeah, hey, I like it though. It's ballsy. I like it. Ball don't lie. Folks, that's going to conclude us for tonight's episode. Starkey, you did not use your word of the day at all. You did? Oh, sorry. Maybe it's because I have my child screaming in the living room, but sorry. I apologize.
Real quick,
folks, next week we're going to do an NFL little preview since we're getting ready for that, and maybe do a little quick recap of some college football.
Big shout out to
folks,
our guy, fan favorite, man we both love and admire, Mr. Rob Fisher. He dropped these notes on Twitter. I messaged him earlier asking permission if we could use them. He said absolutely. So, Rob Fisher, I know there's a 0% chance you're listening, but thank you, our guy. We appreciate you. No, we didn't. Want to say for next week?
Oh, we didn't even mention the Memphis Tiger news.
Whoa.
They signed we filled out a roster spot with Jamar Young, Mr. 2 points a game for SMU. A lot of people, of what I read and listened to, said he was basically just filling it. He was basically best buddies with Kendrick Davis.
Yeah, package deal.
And Kendrick said, and a lot of people said, hey, that was kind of a little Mike Trigg and Jackson Dart thing. We get one, you got to bring the other guy.
All SEC big man.
But now they are running for Keontae Johnson. Breaking news for that, folks. If y'all don't remember him, he was former first team All-SEC, had a career. He was the guy that literally passed out middle of the game and got carted off the court. Was having a career year in 2021. Still, no one knows what happened. Played one game this year, just started the ball, tipped it off on senior day. He still has one more year of college eligibility. He is cleared to play.
That'll be good.
I don't know. Granted, people are taking it easy on him, but hey, we'll get more gossip on this for next week's show, folks. Y'all have a great day, everybody. Be safe.